Hey everyone, we're outdoors again for a nice, easy to follow yoga class. All levels can participate in this class. We're not doing anything crazy. You'll get a really nice stretch by the end. If you haven't yet, you might think about subscribing to my channel, giving me a like, and saying hi to Zoe. She might or might not stay for class today. All right, let's hop to it. I'll see you on your mat. So sitting back on your heels, allow the knees to come closer towards touch. Notice if you are kind of tucking the tailbone under or leaning a little too far forward, and settle yourself right at center. Crown of the head on top of shoulders and shoulders directly over the hips. Add the breath here. Focus on taking some longer breaths, filling the lungs to capacity. Softening with every exhale. Let's place palms at heart center. Sit up nice and tall. And a breath in to sweep the arms up. And breath out, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, reach. And exhale, center. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Flutter your eyes open if they have not yet opened. Set a soft gaze out in front of you. So now we're going to drop the heels towards the right side of the mat, and you're just going to sit down so that the feet are off the right side of your mat. Walk that right hand by the feet and reach that left arm far up and arc it over. I want you to notice your head here. Try not to let the head hang down towards the right shoulder. If anything, try and press that left ear closer to the bicep. Gaze can also lift underneath left arm. Now let's take that left hand and reach it all the way off by the feet. So there's a bit of a folding in. And now inhale, open the arm up and reach all the way back behind you. So now the palm is spinning up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold in. And inhale, open up. Exhale. And inhale. Last one, exhale. And inhale. Pause here, reaching that arm back, and let the fingers fall down towards the floor. Press the heel of the palm out to get a stretch for your wrist. And then let's drop that left hand down off the side of the mat. You're going to come up to your hands and knees, and then one step further all the way up to a tall kneel. So knees can be a little bit separated here. Let's let the arms go wide and then interlace at the low back. So roll the shoulders down and away from the ears, and then just allow the chest to lift up as you press the knuckles down. Hips are guiding forward. As you come forward, place the hands on the mat, press the spine up towards the ceiling. and then shift the feet towards the left side of the mat, and you'll come to sit down in your mermaid pose going the opposite direction. So now the left hand is by the feet and the right arm reaches up and over. Opening some length for your right side ribs and lungs. Bring that right ear towards the arm, and gaze can shift towards the ceiling. Now you'll rotate that right shoulder down so you can reach the right hand towards the feet. And then take a big inhale as you extend the arm up and back. So the palm is facing up. Exhale to come in and forward. And inhale, open back up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Pause here for a moment. So again, that palm is facing upward, but let the fingertips now drop down and press out through the heel of that palm. And drop that right hand off the side of the mat, and you'll climb your way back up to that tall kneel. So stack the hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips, and this time we're going to sweep the arms up. Interlace those palms, send the palms all the way up towards the ceiling, or in some cases maybe up towards the sky. Press those hips forward, reach the arms up, and take another dive back. And then forward. Release the hands down to the mat. Take a moment again to hug the navel up and press the spine to the ceiling. As you do that, let the hips rock side to side so you get a little more opening to the outer hip and a release to the back. And then it's downward facing dog. Let's tuck those toes under and let the hips float up towards the ceiling. So if you haven't already yet, find some movement in your downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet, rocking the hips. You can even let both heels press towards one side at a time. Let the head drop. Gaze somewhere between the legs. Fingers are spread wide. And then inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. And bring the feet to touch at the top of the mat. Take a breath in and forward fold with your breath out. Come all the way up to standing. Sweep those arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go right back up. Inhale, reach. And exhale, dive. Find your high plank pose. Breath in. Exhale, we'll take our very first low plank. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. And focus on a nice steady breath as a way to center the mind in this space on your mat. And then let's float that left leg in the air, three-legged dog. Take a step forward, left foot inside left thumb, and then drop that right knee down so you're coming into your low lunge. Walk the hands up to that front thigh. Find a 90-degree bend into the arms, and then let's take it up and back once again. Gaze is lifted, heart is lifted, but hips are sinking forward. Come forward, let's land those hands down. So rock the hips back a bit and then inch this left foot closer to you. We're going to now heel toe that left foot all the way off the side of the mat so that it's in line with your right knee, and then walk those hands up to your hips. Try to lower that left hip so it's in line with your right one, and then we're going to reach those arms up again. Basket hands behind the head, supporting your head and neck. Take an inhale here at center, and on the exhale, a little tick-tock over towards the right, so we're working those obliques. Breath in, come back to center, and exhale. This time we'll take it over towards the left. Feel that stretch for your right side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left and pause. Let's start by releasing that left hand to the leg, and then the right arm can reach. Keep pressing hips forward. And then come back to two straight arms. Let's drop that right hand off the side of the mat. Reach that left arm up and over now. So that right hip might be lagging behind. See if you can really press that hip forward. If you'd like to go for some strength and balance, really lean into that right hand and the left leg can float. Then let's release. Come back up to two straight arms, and then let's return those hands all the way down to the top of the mat. Left toes will step back, and now we're going to hug that right knee into center and kick right leg in the air, three-legged dog. So now we're going to stack and roll open. Right hip is on top of left. The knee can bend. Try to lift that knee towards the ceiling. And then draw some circles with that knee. Some big circles getting into your hip. And then extend that leg and step it forward. Right foot, right thumb. Wiggle those back toes back so you've got a nice long stance. And then arms up, high lunge on the right side. The hands will interlace, the palms up to the ceiling once again. This time on the inhale, we're going to lift up and back. And on the exhale, just bend that left knee, curl and round. Press those arms forward, chin to chest. Breath in, re-straighten that leg, lift up. And exhale, soften and curl. Inhale up. And exhale, curl. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, center, release the hands, and now it's your warrior two. So the left heel comes down. Keep the distance between the feet. Set the gaze forward. Now straighten that front leg. Front palm flips up, reach up and back to reverse your triangle pose. Getting a lot of opening for the side body in this class. Back to center, and now it's your side angle. Rebend, reach out, right elbow down, left arm makes an arc over. Keep steadily breathing. Press both feet evenly down. Inhale takes you back up to your warrior two. And then let's take it down, hands to the mat again. Right foot will take a step back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Upward facing dog, heart forward. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe deeply here. Let the head be heavy. All right, let's inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Step the feet to the top of the mat on your inhale, and then take your forward fold, exhale. Inhale, big sweep, come up to stand, and hands to heart center, exhale. Coming into your figure 4, let's take that on the left side as well. So a little bend into both knees, left ankle on top of your right thigh, and hands to heart center. Feel the balance of that right foot and ankle, and then option to sink into that standing leg, pressing those hips back for a lower variation. Rise up a bit, extend that left leg out, and then a quick sweep back for your warrior 3. So you're trying to achieve a capital T shape with the body. And then strength takes you back up to standing. Pedal out those feet. And then let's find your tree pose. So hug that right knee in, open at the hip, and place that right foot above or below your knee, and then hands at heart. Arms may reach up, soften the shoulders. Hands to heart. So as you extend this right leg out in front of you, we're going to once again sweep it back, but then land that foot at the back of the mat, and then set those left toes to face in. So you've got your wide-legged forward fold set up, hands to hips for your A version. Breath in, lift your heart, and your breath out to forward fold. Hands come down to the mat, and you soften your head and shoulders. Then find straight arms out in front of you once again, and we'll find some side lunging, starting with the right knee. So you'll walk the hands over to the feet, and you can keep the hands grounded this whole time, or you can keep them lifted to heart center the whole time. Continuing with the breath, inhale, straighten that leg, and exhale, take it to the left this time. Inhale, straighten, exhale, right, inhale, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the right and hold. So if the hands were grounded, you might try bringing hands up, having heart higher than the hips. And then we'll all place hands down, come back to 2 straight legs. Let's have that right hand underneath your face, left hand comes to the small of your back, and take a twist towards the front of your mat. You're guiding that left shoulder open and behind you. You could also play around with straightening that left arm up. Now we're going to thread the needle, so take that left hand, thread it under the right one, walking that right hand out in front of you. You now may be able to take a hold of somewhere along that right leg. Release the head and the gaze here. Just be soft with the neck and shoulders. Now release both hands out in front of you again. Without changing the shape of the legs, let's walk the hands over towards that left foot. So really walk that right hand far away And again, release the head. Now we're going to continue walking all the way to the top of the mat again. We'll drop that right knee down and you're returning to your low lunge. Let's walk up to that front thigh again. This time the arms are going to reach up overhead and stay up overhead. So we're going to move the hips with this 3-part movement. So an exhale is going to let the fingertips tap back down. And inhale, just to re-straighten that front leg, getting a stretch to the top of the shin and the ankle. Re-bend into that knee on the exhale, and then reach up. Inhale. Exhale, touch down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, re-bend. Inhale, reach up. Once more, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And reach. Added breath here. And then the hands to the mat. Tuck the right toes under, lift that knee, and left foot steps back, high plank. Exhale, take it forward and lower, low plank. Upward face, and downward facing dog. Check that the heels are spun out of your line of vision. Shoulders should be loose. Head between the arms. Let's lift that right leg into the air. And then step right foot forward. Left knee will come down to the mat. And we're going to walk the hands up to thigh and cactus the arms at 90 degrees. Then again, lift the heart. Keep lunging into that front knee though. And then let's return those hands down. Extend through this front leg so that you can wiggle this right foot back. And now we're going to heel toe it off the side of the mat. So the foot is in line with that grounded knee. Hands come up to your hips. So just see if you can lower that right hip down so that it's in line with the left one. And then sweep those arms up. Basket hands behind the head. Breath in here. A breath out, take a lean over towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the right and hold. Let's start by releasing that right hand to the leg and the left arm up and over. Hip points are pressing forward. Left ear towards the bicep and the gaze can shift higher. Then find two straight arms again. Let's take it off the left side of the mat. So the hand drops down and the right arm up and then over. So it's your kneeling side angle pose. Both hips forward. Again, trying not to let that head just release down. Keep the neck neutral. If you took balance, right leg can float. Then place that foot down. Let's use strength to come right back up to straight arms. Release those hands to the top of the mat. Pick up right foot and land it all the way behind you. Now we hug that left knee in and kick it in the air, three-legged dog. Stack that right hip on top of left, bend into that knee. Really try to lift that knee higher, and then you can draw some circles, getting some hip mobility. Straighten that lifted leg and take a step forward. Once you've got that left foot grounded, you might wiggle the back toes back and then take it up, high lunge. Strong bend into your left knee. As you interlace the hands overhead, take the opposite thumb on top and then press those palms higher. So the inhale is the upward and back motion. We've been doing this all class. The exhale is to tuck and round. So it's like cat-cow pose. Drop that back knee a bit. Inhale, open up. And exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, center, release the hands, and come into your warrior two. So that lunge in the front knee, just as deep as your high lunge. Gaze forward, hips straight down. Front leg straightens, left palm up and back, reverse triangle. Right hand is light on your back leg, so you want to think upward and not just resting that hand on the back leg. Come back to your warrior two, bending in that knee. Side angle. Take that left elbow down and reach the right arm up and over. Breath in to come up. And on the exhale, we'll take it all the way down. Once the hands are grounded, step that left foot back and take a breath in. Exhale to take your low plank. Up dog and downward facing dog. Deepen the breath. Give the head a shake or a nod. Shift the lower jaw side to side. Just try and get softer in the muscles. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Walk the feet to touch on the inhale, and then forward fold on your exhale. Inhale, big sweep, return to standing, and exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into those standing balances again, let's start on the right side. So hands can rest at hips, a little bend in the knees, and right ankle on top of left thigh, figure four. Hands can rest at center. Stand tall in this pose, even if you choose to take it a little lower. Listen to those hips. Active right foot. Come up about halfway so that you can release that right leg out in front. And then warrior three, two straight legs as that right leg floats behind you. Kick out through that ankle, stand tall in that left leg. Come to standing, right foot meets left, give a pedal out. And then tree pose, left side. Hug that left shin in, open the hip. Foot goes above or below the knee, and then hands at heart center. You might like to sweep the arms up. If you do so, extend through each of the fingers, but pull the shoulders down your back. hands to heart center. So as we kick this left leg forward, let's sweep it behind you once again and then land that foot at the back of the mat. 2 straight legs, those right toes are going to face in, hands to hips. So I'm just going to turn around so I'm facing the camera. Let the arms go wide and then interlace at the low back. Breath in to lift again. This time, keep those shoulders away from the ears as you take the forward fold. Knuckles can float towards the ceiling. Just don't let the arms dump into the ears. Actively press those fingers higher. Now come up about halfway so that you can drop the hands down. We'll start side lunging this time into your left knee, and you can keep the hands down or hands to heart. Let's take an inhale to press 2 straight legs, and then exhale to bend into that right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale, left to hold, hands down or center. If you've got the hands lifted, and even if you don't, try to peel your heart away and don't use that elbow as a crutch onto that thigh. All right, hands down. Let's come back to center, 2 straight legs. And now that now that left hand is going to place down in front of you. Right hand to the small of your back. So reach the crown of the head forward and then twist to the right. If you tried it on the first side, that right arm could reach straight up. Working on stacking the shoulders, isolating the twist at the center of your body. Then thread under that right arm, under the left. Take a hold of somewhere along left leg, and as you walk that left hand out, it gives you more space to twist under. And then release those hands out in front of you. Now we keep the feet as they are. You're just going to walk over towards that right foot. Legs are straight, walk that left hand away, and just make sure you're leaning towards the front of the feet as well. Let the head go. And then continue walking yourself around. So you're going to drop into this low lunge, untuck those back toes. Start by climbing the arms up to that right thigh. And then sweep them up. Let's continue the movement by tapping the fingertips down and then straightening through that right leg. So nice stretch for top of ankle. With the breath, exhale, bend in. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, tap down. And inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach for an added breath. And then let's take those hands down to the mat. Those back toes tuck under so you can lift off of that knee, and your right foot takes a step back, high plank pose. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up face. And exhale, downward facing dog. and I'll take a quick jump to face forward. So let's come to sit. Taking a seated figure 4, so let the legs go long out in front of you, and then take a hold of this right ankle, bring it to the top of that left thigh. Hands behind you, a different shape for the shoulder, you might face the fingertips back. And then slide this left heel closer to your body. So you want to be pressing through the hands so you're sitting up nice and tall. If you're comfortable here, you can stay here, otherwise we'll work towards a twist. That right hand is going to come across, and the arm or the elbow, the back of the hand, will find somewhere to the sole of the foot. And then shift your gaze towards the left. Release that right hand back. So to work a little more on the core, you can take one or both hands to the foot and the knee. And you can also go one step further, taking this into a figure 4 boat pose. Keep the chest lifted, lean back a bit, and then float that left foot. Lower left foot. Hands return down, fingertips facing back, and then we're going to step into this left foot and press those hips towards the ceiling. So a reverse tabletop with that figure 4 shape. Keep that right hip the same height as the left, and then let it go. Straighten left leg, straighten right leg, give them a shake, and then a seated forward fold. Press those feet together, sit tall, and take your lean out. Guide yourself back up, and we'll take that directly to the other side. So it's left ankle on top of right thigh. Activate that foot so you've got a nice flex. Fingertips face back and pull that right foot in. So it's definitely an opening for the outer hip. The sensation will likely be more on the left side than the right side. Arms are actively pressing heart forward. Adding that twist, if you took it, it's the left arm up, and that arm finds somewhere along the sole of the foot, and gaze shifts behind you. Unwind yourself forward. If you took the core work, each hand to the foot or knee, you can definitely keep the hands down as well if that's something you did on the first side. Lift heart, little lean back, and take that counterbalance to float right leg. Figure 4 boat pose, keep breathing. And then rest that foot. Hands behind you again, so we're taking that reverse tabletop. Straighter arms, press into that right foot, and just try not to let that left hip sink down. Both hip points pressing up, gaze towards the ceiling or the sky. Release the hips down. Right leg straightens, left will follow. Give another shake, and we'll take one more simple forward fold. Sitting tall, breath in, leaning out, breath out. Find yourself sitting upright again. Scooch the hips a little forward so that you can comfortably come down onto your mat. Roll all the way down. Take a hold of those knees, squeeze them in, rock side to side. Take the tops of the knees and draw circles one direction a few times. So you'll feel that rocking on the low back and the sacrum. And then take those circles the other direction. Then pause. Let the knees drop towards the left. The right arm can go out straight or have a bend at the elbow if you feel something different for the shoulder. Gaze falling towards the right if that's comfortable for your neck. And you can stay with bent knees totally fine, or you might play around with straightening those legs and feeling a different sensation maybe to the back, the hip, or along the legs. Then you'll come back to center, give a quick little rock in, and then the knees will fall left. Gaze to the right, straight arm or bent arm, bent knees or straight legs. And then back to center. One more squeeze in. And then it's Shavasana. So let the arms and legs go. Find a comfortable shape where you can rest. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Just enjoy these environmental sounds. Take a reawakening deep breath. Start to move around the hands, the feet, and the head. Stretch the arms way back and the toes forward. Curl up and take a light landing onto your right side. Come all the way up to a comfortable seated position. Let's meet with hands at heart center, Anjali Mudra, mutual sign of gratitude, honor, respect. We'll take one final deep breath together. Inhale, fill it up. Exhale, let it go. Thank you for sharing your time, your space, your energy. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in today, yogis. Thanks for showing up. Sometimes I think the hardest part of yoga is making it onto your mat. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, where I post a lot about yoga, but maybe a little bit more about my dogs. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and comment. Write a comment in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to see, what stretches you liked, anything you didn't like, and subscribing. That's the number one. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it's just as sunny where you are. Bye-bye.